Hi, welcome to our channel.
Can you get over here?
Come in here. So we are the Bear family, and this is our homestead, which is just a house in the city. But we're excited because we just acquired 6.6 acres in another state that we're going to be moving to and starting an off-grid homestead. We're about 2 months away from moving, so over the next couple months we're going to be kind of getting ready and gearing up, so we'll be sharing that with you guys, as well as our move and then our adventures out there. So one thing we did, though, with all the research and a lot of planning that's been going into this over the last few months, is make a list of the reasons why we wanted to take this on and do this. Because things are going to get tough at some point. We wanted to have something to look back on and remember why we're doing it. So we've got 15 reasons and a bonus. Reason 1.
Not in any specific order.
Yes, not
Just what
in
we
any
could
order.
think of as writing it down.
Yep. So number 1 is to get away from city living.
You're gonna break that. Stop. Thank you.
So to get away from city living, it's just that traffic and
Bills.
and people and just like this, we have a chicken coop, we have chickens. We wanted to start raising rabbits this year, but city ordinance will only allow us to have like 2 rabbits. So if we're doing meat rabbits, we can't do that without breaking a law. So that's really it. We're just tired of having neighbors and their loud music, or having to tell them to cut their tree because it's in the way of our power lines, and the other neighbor that parks all of their cars in front of our house.
Yeah.
So it was time to get away from that. 2, the appeal and opportunities of rural living. You have something to add into that one?
Having more space so the neighbors aren't so close, so that we can do whatever we want, basically.
Yeah. I think our closest neighbor out there is a little less than a mile away.
Yep.
So we'll definitely have space. Ability to be more self-sufficient. That's something over the last couple of years we've really been working on. But we're just pretty limited where we're at. We don't have a lot of space for gardening. We're maxed out on chickens, and we can't really do any other animals here.
Right.
So we're just kind of stuck, and we want to work hard on our land without having to put in, all the time at a job just to pay someone else money. We want to be producers for ourselves. Oh, our own time schedule. It's my favorite.
Yeah. We can wake up whenever we want to and work however late we want to.
Yeah. If I choose to work until 10 o'clock at night, and sleep until noon, that's what I can do. Animals have to be fed and watered and taken care of. Some things have to be done in the daylight. But the reality is, I'm not going to go punch a clock somewhere. Right now I get up at 4:30 to go to work, and she works graveyard, so she doesn't get home till like 7:30, 8 o'clock in the morning. So really just wanting to get out of that part of the rat race. We're going to work hard, we're going to put in a ton of hours, but it's going to be our schedule, and I guess the animals will probably dictate some, but that's fine. 5, living more in touch with nature.
We'll have deer, antelope, coyotes, rabbits, all kinds of wildlife coming through the property on a regular basis. So that'll definitely allow us to live more in touch with the type of animals that we enjoy.
Yeah. Lower stress of everyday life. Yeah, it's stressful just getting up and having to kind of work on schedules, live your life how other people think it should be lived. And that stress, I think, is really tearing people up as a whole, and it definitely is us. So we just kind of want to go live life on our terms. And, if there's a day that maybe we don't have food or we got to do some type of work to get water, then that's what we have to do, but that's okay. You can just ignore that. 7, creativity. Nothing? Yes.
The ability to improvise and use things as we see necessary, not necessarily for the reasons that they're supposed to be used for. Able to create more of our own clothing and tools and things like that.
Yep. Finding creative solutions to problems rather than store-bought, pre-boxed solutions.
Yep.
I'm actually really excited about that. New adventures with my honey.
God.
And you, drama.
Well, I'm not your honey. I'm not married to you. I'm your daughter.
Our life has been an adventure ever since we first got together.
Yeah, it has.
And this is just a new adventure. There's challenges in life, and we're well aware of that, and there's going to be challenges out there, but we're excited to have a different set of challenges, new things to work through and overcome, really just kind of getting out of that routine again. More healthy lifestyle.
Obviously, we'll be a little bit more active out there, having to work on the land and tend to the animals, start our garden, build storages and houses and everything, so.
Yep. And the option for fast food, our closest fast food is a good 30 minutes away.
At least.
So we can't, take a 5-minute drive and be back with a Big Mac. So that'll be good. Being closer to the kids is our number 10. So there are 3 other kids that live in another state, which is a 7-hour drive for us right now. So we do try to get out there to see them when we can, but that's a lot of gas, a lot of time.
A lot of money.
Yeah, it is. It's, it's easily $1,000 every time we take that trip.
Yeah.
So we're going to be actually 2 or 3 hours, I think, away from them now. So when we were looking, that is something we considered of definitely not wanting to be farther away from them and hopefully closer. So that was something we considered when choosing our spot. Unplugging from technology. Which sounds ironic because we have a YouTube channel. But, that's something we can do once or twice a week. What we're not doing, in fact, to begin with, we're going to be living in some sort of RV. And we're actually making sure there's not even a TV. If the RV we get has a TV, I think we're going to just take it out.
Yep.
We do have phones, so we can look things up or whatever. But we really want to get to being more active and more interactive, I think, with each other and less dependent on TV, DVD players, things like that. 12. Freedom.
We can step out on our back porch and shoot a couple guns instead of packing up and going halfway across town to shoot for an hour and a half and have to come back because we ran out of ammo.
Yep. We get that. I can pee outside. That'd be awesome.
It's gross.
And it's a lot of other freedom. Right now we have chickens, and animal control can be called. In fact, has been called because we have chickens and somebody didn't like that. So it's really just, again, it's the freedom to live life on our terms and not a set of rules that were made by a group of people sitting in a room. So minimalist lifestyle.
Getting back to the basics of life. Are you kidding?
We
Really? Chickens?
we have acquired a lot of junk, a lot of stuff.
Yeah,
And
Mama.
as we're getting ready to move, the chickens knocked over their water. So there's that. So as we're getting ready to move, we're looking
Now they're all
through
drinking it like they're not gonna
and
have it
realizing
anymore.
that I've got enough clothes to clothe an army, and most of it I don't even wear.
Same.
We've got kitchen gadgets that we never use, and we kind of looked at how they have been piling up. So getting away from that, getting away from unneeded stuff, and some of that kind of technology where a set of kitchen knives will do everything that all of those gadgets will do. So new income strategies. Our goal and our hope is to not have regular jobs. Money is still a thing. You do still have to have it, but we want to at least work towards getting to where we can earn money by producing off of our land, and various other things, rather than having to just go do a 9-to-5 job. 15, community. We live in a city which is no longer a community. It used to be. This used to be a great small town, but there's no volunteer fire department, police force, ambulance. Everything's very transactional. All of my neighbors, we actually only know one of them. The others, nobody gets out and meets each other. And, the area that we're going to is extremely rural, closest neighbor being almost a mile away, but there is still a sense of community. There's, the guy that will go through and plow out the dirt roads, and, people just kind of pick up and help each other out, and that's something that we really want to be a part of. And our bonus, family's future. I don't want to leave my family, my kids, grandkids down the road, whatever, with a pile of cash in a house and just stuff. I really want to build something. A plot of land that is self-sustainable, that they can live on, or they can, use it for recreational use down the road or whatever. It's just something I would rather hand that off than something that's not real. Our money is not real. It's not based on anything, and anything could happen in the future. So if there's a good enough area of land, all of the kids can have over 1 acre.
Yep.
And carve out a nice little piece for themselves, and that would be great. So that's our bonus reason. So that's it. That's our reasons for doing what we're doing. And soon, I think over the next couple months, we're going to get the RV and park it in the driveway soon here, probably within the next couple of weeks, and start living out of it. We're going to start living out of it here, just so we kind of get used to it. You kind of do an 80 or 90%, I guess, living out of it to get used to it. So we're also going to quickly start working on some skills that we know that we're going to need down there. Things that we know we can do, but we really just don't. So we're going to start doing those.
Washing clothes by hand.
Yeah, we're going to get a washboard and do that.
Yeah.
That'd be fun. Which would be hard because we have a very nice washer, very expensive one, but
Yeah.
that'll be gone soon. So look forward to more. Quite possibly next week we might have a little video tour of the property, because we're going to drive down and do some property walking now that the snow should be melted off from it.
Yeah.
And everybody out there, like, subscribe, comment, and if you have any questions, ask, and we'll address them in future videos.